as it's Capricorn season, we are starting off with earth signs. So if you are a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, sun or rising sign, then this is the reading for you for the month ahead until the next new moon, which is essentially the whole of January, by the way, which makes it nice and easy. And hopefully this just really brings you some guidance, some kind of focus and direction for the month ahead. And this is a strong reading. I don't know what else I was expecting, because obviously it is Capricorn season and you are an earth sign. But it's a strong reading. And to kind of give you an idea of that, the first card I picked was the World, which is the final card of a tarot deck, of the major arcana in a tarot deck. And this is a very, very powerful card. It's really this energy of completion. And not in a like endings way, like something's completed and over, but in a way of like it's all finally coming together. And like what was coming through from my guides to share here is that, you know, this finally piece is important for you. It feels like there has been a lot of hard work to kind of get to this point in whatever area of your life this is related to. And, you know, it's not been necessarily something that's just naturally happened. Like it's taken work, it's taken effort, it's taken focus for you to get to this point. And so, you know, when I say like it's finally all coming together, I can really feel that for you. And so also I think, as well as kind of acknowledging that like it is all completing and everything is all falling into place, be really proud of yourself for all of the hard work that you have put into it up until this point. And I'm seeing all like the puzzle pieces all falling into a puzzle. And you know, this is really exciting, and it just feels like you absolutely deserve it, and you deserve to also be really proud of yourself for everything you've kind of put into it until this point. So that's a strong start. It's all coming together. Now, then I picked the Queen of Pentacles, which is also a really strong card. Now, what was coming through from my guides to share here was like the Queen of Pentacles here is really representing that you can have it all. Meaning you can have the success, the abundance, the accomplishment, everything in that sense, and also the balance of feeling good, of feeling nourished, of having, you know, balance in your home life, home work life. Like you can have that balance. You can feel good and nourished and still have energy to give others, and also this success and accomplishment and abundance that comes with it. Like the Queen of Pentacles is wildly successful, highly abundant, and she's also just fully in her feminine energy. Like she's not burnt out, she's not struggling, she's not pushing, she's not fighting. She's really still got all of this energy for herself. Like she's really got this great balance. And like the message here for you is that you can also have it all. You know, society really does love to kind of put across that we can't really have it all. It's got to be one or the other. And that's not what's coming through here for you. It's like, no, you can have it all. And it's time for you to really believe that you can have it all. Like you don't have to sacrifice one or the other. And one of the strong things that was also coming through with this was like, you have to believe it first. It starts with you believing it. When you believe that you can have it all, that you can feel good and nourished and have, you know, the results, it's like your energy and your actions will then follow that belief. So you'll start doing things differently. Your energy, your vibration, what you attract will be different. It's like what you are then like working towards, like the trajectory that you're then on will be towards that balance. Whereas if you don't believe that you can have it all, your energy and your actions will match that. So like you believing that you can feel good, have balance, and have the success is the first part of this. Like you have to believe that it's possible. And that's how you start to claim it, is just by believing it first. And this was the kind of message coming through, is you just need to believe it for now. Like you just need to believe that you can have it and start to see what happens after that. Because it just feels like that belief is step one and everything else just naturally follows, right? You'll start to take different actions. You'll start to maybe make different decisions and choices, knowing that you can actually have it all. So this was a really, really strong message that was coming in here. Another message that was coming through here was, and this doesn't feel like every area of your life. I can really feel that this is about one or two things specifically, but there's some things that you can really loosen your grip on. So there's some things that you can just really let flow, basically, so much more. So this might be a nice exercise to kind of think about all the things that you're doing, all the things that you're focusing on, all the things in your life. Like, what are you tightly gripping? What are you really trying to micromanage and control? Again, this could be in personal life, it could be in work or business or career, it could be home life, like whatever it might be. It just feels like there's something, at least one thing, that you are trying to control and kind of grip tightly to, and actually you can just let things go a lot more. You can just let it flow a lot more, like take that pressure off. And although that might feel like, well then, you know, whatever it is might crumble and it won't be as I want it to be, the more you let go, the more you surrender, the more you flow with things, the more energetically and spiritually supported you are, right? It's almost like, and this isn't how it works, but you know, an analogy is like the more you're controlling and clinging and gripping to something, it's almost like you're not letting spirit in to help, even if it wanted to. Like, that's kind of the energy here. So although it might feel like, well, then it's going to crumble, it's like you've just got to trust that you're going to be supported with it. And so it just feels like there's something that you can really start to just like let yourself open up with and really let flow so much more. So it might be a good idea, you know, just to sit down, think about all of the things that you're doing and think like, what one resonates that I need to let go of a bit more? What doesn't need me to control it all the time? Knowing that you are backed up and supported energetically and by spirit. So that was a powerful thing there for you as well. And then the last kind of main message here that came through for earth signs was about choices and being discerning. And what I mean by that is, it kind of feels like you're going to be in a very magnetic time right now and coming up, meaning like lots of things are going to be coming to you, lots of opportunities. Maybe these things are already in your energy field, maybe they're already in your life. And the message here is like, you get to be discerning over what you say yes to. Like, just because something's coming to you doesn't mean you have to say yes to it. Doesn't mean, you know, everything you manifest is right for you. Like, that's not actually the case. Like, just because something came to you doesn't mean it's right. It's like then up to you to decide what you say yes to and what you say no to. It feels like it's an important time for you to be discerning of what you allow in, you know, and that might be work opportunities or business opportunities, career opportunities. It might be friends, it might be people, it might be other stuff coming into your life. But it feels like right now is a time for you to kind of claim that power of getting to decide what you say yes to. Like I said, not everything that comes your way is right for you right now, you know, and that's up to you to decide. And, you know, here as well, this is maybe probably linking in with you get to have it all. Like, if you're like, no, I can have it all, I can have balance, I can have success, and then certain things arrive to you, like, this is where you might start making different choices. Whereas if you didn't believe you could have it all, then you'd probably say yes to a lot more business stuff that comes in, right? Because you don't believe you can have it all. Whereas when you have that belief that you can have balance and feel good and that success, you might be a lot more discerning on what you say yes to, because it's like you want that balance. So this is also where I think, you know, when you believe something, it then really impacts the choices and decisions you make after it. And this is a great example. So maybe that's going to come into it. Maybe it's like not really relating to that, but it just feels like this is a time for you to be very discerning over what you say yes to, over what you let in, and know that you have the power to say no, and you have the power to pick and choose what kind of comes into your life. So again, powerful. So yeah, main things like everything's coming together. You can have it all. Really, really, really believe that. Start to claim it. Start to work towards that. Let go of something, at least one thing. It feels like there's a lot of control happening. Time to let go. And then choices. Be really discerning over what you say yes to, and know that you have the choice. You get to decide. So they're the main things that came through for earth signs. So yeah, let me know how these feel for you in the comments, and I'm sending you lots of love.